Now, the program you're seeing clearly says that this present administration in Ghana is creating a system that would eventually go back and jail everybody that had been in the administration of siphoning Ghanaian fund, because their intention is in building Ghana, not in building the person's individual pockets. Now, guess where the thing is shocking enough? Let me tell you where it shocks the most. Now, the shocking part of it is that this administration had also advised them to also continue with the same methodology of jailing anybody who in this particular administration enriches his own pockets when it is that person's time or when it is that person's tenure of administration. Do you get what this means? Now, it is a situation whereby a man is that transparent and clearly desires a society to work than for him to work. This is the extent of a clear conscience. This is the extent of a clear conscience. You see, I'm scared. I'm really scared at the extent of Ghanaian development. Ghana will break records in Africa, mark my word, and they are all positive records. From what you're seeing now, check Ghana in the next 10-20 years. You people will come back to this video and say, hey, say it so. Because I look at the future from the present. From what's happening in Ghana right now, the particular standard these people are setting for themselves. I think it's a question of European countries who have to contend with Ghana as a country. It's going to be a situation where Europe would skip every other African country. Obviously, I'm not talking about South Africa because we know South Africa is already Europe. So we're talking about every other African country, especially Nigeria. And then we'll come handy to relate with Ghana, because Ghana is the only African country they see themselves to measure up with in having a conversation, a reasonable conversation. And they wouldn't even have the mentality to run into an exploitive intent, but a negotiative intent. That's how it works. You know, the white man is in such a way that if he wants to entangle you and sees that you're undeveloped, he thinks of how to move this guy aside so that we can extract certain resources and develop the world. But if you're developed, they begin to seek out for a negotiative methodology in a bid to, develop the world. Especially when they also know that it is same intent. Because let me tell you, it is actually one intention that flows through any society that thinks about developing itself. So when Ghana, as of right now, you notice that Ghanaians and South Africans to an extent will have this level of agreement with Europeans, because they are beginning to understand what it has to be for a society that requires developing themselves. So in most cases, what they used to see Europe as, probably as a capitalist, imperialist country, an exploiting country, they may not see that anyways. They're beginning to understand, that there are certain things a man who desires to develop the world, because to develop your society means to develop the world. Because if you stop at developing your society and don't think of the world, you notice that other parts of the world will still make a caricature of all the things you've done for your society. So it's better you move around the world, push aside undeveloped mentalities, and extract whatever resources you must require to develop the world at large. And that's why I don't blame the white man. But let me not dwell on that anyways. Now, what I'm trying to say is that according to this program, the level of transparency and the level of clear conscience in it is bewildering. And that is when you know that Ghana is ready to fly. Ghana is on a pathway to a great flight. I'm telling you the truth. I am happy. I say congratulations to Ghanaians in advance. I say congratulations to Ghanaians. It's a very beautiful thing, my brothers. It's a very beautiful thing. All right? Then you people must also understand that, when a man wants to attain greatness, that is the time evil begins to knock on his door. When a man wants to attain greatness, that's the time evil begins to knock on his door. If you have noticed, this news and stipulations and altercations with Nigerians in Ghana has not been much when Ghanaians weren't really talking about developing themselves. But you notice that the moment Ghana is about to fly, did you notice something? Evil started knocking on their door. And by that, I mean Nigerians. We started hearing all more forms of altercations with Ghanaians and all those things. You can inquire from South Africans, you can inquire from Botswana people to understand how, usually it's a normal thing. Once you start building your house, the big wind starts coming. And that's Nigeria for you. So you people ought to be very careful, because this greatness, it is a must. It is a must, all right?